Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful Friday. I would like to welcome you to the Mayor's Office of Employment Development Live Q A session. My name is Michelle Breifel. I'm one of the unit supervisors at YouthWorks, and with me I have my amazing colleague, Miss Janice Adams, who is also a unit supervisor. Sorry about that.
Hello, how are you? Today we'll be going over the things that you'll need to know for the YouthWorks session for this summer. Here are a few things that we'll cover. Dates to remember for YouthWorks 2024, how to know if you're eligible to participate, the documents required for your application to be deemed complete, key parts of the online application, the 3 different payment methods available, how to get paid for credit recovery, common application mistakes, important reminders, and any questions that you may have. YouthWorks 2024 is a 5-week summer paid program, job experience for 5 hours per day, 25 hours per week, $15 an hour. It operates from July the 8th through August the 9th. The last day to submit your application is Friday, March the 22nd. Youth in-person document drop-off appointments are the following dates. Saturdays in March, which are March the 2nd, March 9th, March 16th, March 23rd, and March the 30th. Friday, March the 15th, also because there's no school, and spring break, which is March the 25th through March the 28th. All Baltimore City residents between the ages of 14 and 21 are eligible to apply for YouthWorks. Youth can apply when they are 13, but they must turn 14. They must turn 14 years old by July the 5th. Youth must complete an online application and all required documents by March the 22nd to be eligible to participate in the program. If you would like to take a second and write down our website, it's youthworks.oedworks.com, where you can find all of the needed information for the program. When you go to this website, it would look like this. You'll select youth and follow the prompts needed. There's also a short video that you can watch that'll give you information on anything that you'll need assistance with as far as filling out your application. This is a list of the required documents that you'll need. You can scroll down to the area below and review the video and all the required documents. Click on each form to save it to your device. Complete and save all the forms to your device. Upload completed and signed forms for your application. The document checklist. Employment forms, you'll need your employment verification, which is the I-9. You'll need your Maryland withholding exemption certification, which is the MW-507. You'll also need the federal withholding exempt form, which is the W-4. Your payroll form, if you're under the age of 18, you'll need your parent's signature, and you'll also need a works permit, which also requires your parent's signature. Work permits are required for all youth under the age of 18 to work in the state of Maryland. Work permits are good for 3 years. Youth 14 to 17 years old must obtain work permit for the Department of Labor licensing website. You also can find that link on our website. If the youth is 13 but will turn 14 by July the 5th, they can download the 13-year-old work permit, which also can be found on our website. When you go to fill out your work permit, the yellow box is the information that you'll use for your company, for our company information. For your ID purposes and your work authorization, you these are the items that you can use for proof of identity: your state ID, a permit, a license, a school ID, a school report card, or school record. Your work authorizations are as follows: Social Security card, original certificate of birth, and or your U.S. citizen ID card. One of the following also can be used for your work authorizations: your current passport, your permanent residence card, your alien registration card, and the employment authorization document card. We're going to take a minute if anyone have any questions about the required documents. Okay, I don't see that there was any questions. Here's how you complete your application. You will go to the website that was given earlier. You'll click on youth. You'll click on youth, and then there will be additional page following that will lead you to the application process. It'll ask you, are you a returning youth or are you a new youth? If you've participated in YouthWorks before, click on returning youth. If you've never applied for YouthWorks or had a YouthWorks job, you can click on new youth. Returning youth completing the application. Log into your existing YouthWorks account, complete the application, and upload all completed and signed documents. If you have already turned in your birth certificate or your social security card or work permit, you do not have to submit these again. You will have to submit your work permit if it was over 3 years ago that you worked for YouthWorks. After submitting your application, you will receive an automatic email confirming that your application was submitted. Within 48 to 72 hours, you'll receive a follow-up email that your application is one either approved and you are eligible for a summer job opportunity, or you'll receive an email that states it's incomplete with a list of missing requirements.
All right, so we're going to start talking about some of the new youth that will be completing the application. So for the new youth, you have to create an account using the email address that you can have access to. This email address will receive all of the communications that are sent from YouthWorks, so please be sure to check your emails regularly. You want to click, once you create your account, you want to click the link that we send to access your YouthWorks application. You have to then complete your application and then upload all completed and signed documents. So all of the required documents that we previously discussed need to now be attached to your application. After you submit your application, you will receive an automatic email confirmation that your application has been submitted. Now, just submitting your application does not automatically guarantee that you'll be approved. Within 48 to 72 hours, you will then receive a follow-up email that your application is approved and you are eligible to apply for, you're eligible for the summer job, or that you're incomplete and you're missing some of the required documents. Here's a list of the steps to complete your application. The first one is to fill out steps 1 through 4, which is the registration. Then you have to complete steps 2 of 4. That's the work accommodation. Step 3 of 4 is your preferred payment. And then the last step, step 4 of 4, would be to click on the attachments, then click next to attach the type to find out which document is being requested. This second section is the worksite accommodations. This is important because the accommodations are the process of adapting to or adjusting to someone or something. So this lets us know if you need any assistance on your work site to do the best that you can and be the best that you can for the summer. So the 88 laws require work sites to accommodate their employees to the best of their ability. So examples of workplace accommodations could be wheelchair accessibility, needing to take a break between heavy lifting, or one-on-one assistance. So it's very important that you complete this section to the best of your ability to let us know what you may need from us to be successful this summer. This is a screenshot of step 4 of 4 where you will put your attachments in. So the first arrow is pointing to the attachment type. You would click that drop down to say what the name of the file is. So it could be your payroll form, it could be the W-4 form. Then you would choose the file to upload it. This is a file that you have previously filled out. You want to attach it to your application. Do we have any questions? All right. Doesn't look like we have any questions at this time, so we're going to continue to move forward. What are the payment methods? Now, this is probably the most important thing. I know you all want to know how you're going to be paid this summer. All right, so there are 3 different payment options. The U.S. Bank debit card is the first option. This card does come in a discrete envelope directly from U.S. Bank, and it usually comes in the month of June. So we ask that you be sure to check all the mail that's sent to you with your name on it. The first card, if you lose it or misplace it, it is free, but each additional card after that is $5, and it must be requested from U.S. Bank directly. You can use this card at any ATM. There's over 2,200 within your network that you can use with no additional fee. There is an inactivity fee charge after 90 days of no use or not checking your balance. You can transfer money from this card to your personal bank account, but if you need to add money onto the card, it has to be done in the form of a direct deposit. The second option that you can use to be paid for your summer work is an existing personal bank account. If you have a bank account in your name, you can be paid via direct deposit directly into your account. You can put that on your payroll form, but it is very important that you put an official deposit proof attachment with it. So that could be a personal check, or it can be a direct deposit authorization form, or a letter from the bank with your name on it and your account information on it. To learn about fees and card replacements, if you're using your own personal bank account, you have to contact your bank directly. If your account is closed or you do not provide an official direct deposit proof, you will automatically be defaulted back to the U.S. Bank debit card. When you do select to use your own personal bank account, you do have the option to attach the direct deposit form later. So if we find out that it's missing, you would receive an email to let you know that that form is missing, and you'll have the option to attach it. The last option that you can select on your payroll form is to open a new Security Plus account. So if you are unbanked and you're interested in opening up a youth-friendly account, you can choose Security Plus on the payroll form. The good thing about this option is that they will use the documents that you did upload to your application to start your account. Security Plus does not have any monthly service fees. They have no minimum balance requirements. And if you choose this option, you will be contacted directly from someone from Security Plus. This is an example of the payroll form. The larger arrow at the top is where you need to put in your important information, such as your social security number, your last name, your first name, and where you would choose the option for how you want to be paid. So you would just check that option. Towards the bottom is where you would sign it. So there is a line for the employee, that would be you, to sign and date it. And then if you're under the age of 18, you have to get your parent or guardian to sign it and include their phone number. All right, so now it looks like we're going to skip over and talk about district credit recovery or summer school. Youth that are required to attend summer school and would like to be paid for YouthWorks must first apply and complete their application by March 22nd. And then they must register in person at one of the district credit recovery schools by June 7th. Please keep in mind that you will only be paid for the classes you have to attend during the youth work program dates. So what that means is that summer school will run from July 1st through August 1st, which is 4 weeks. Our program with YouthWorks runs from July 8th through August 9th. That's 5 weeks. Youth assigned to district credit recovery sites will only be paid for the weeks that the credit recovery will run through our program. So that's July 8th through August the 1st. When you're registering for summer school, you have the option to pick where you would like to be placed. Please keep in mind that Apex is not a YouthWorks site. And if you register for Apex, you will not be paid by YouthWorks. If you only need to make up one class during the summer, you can attend Apex and still work your summer job. The following sites are only district credit recovery summer programs that are approved through YouthWorks. That is Dunbar, Douglas, Mervo, Excel Academy. When completing your application, ensure to select your school's name from the drop-down list. So this means that when you're filling out your YouthWorks application and it asks you what school you go to, you want to be sure that you're putting your school in there so we can know that you are a student of a Baltimore City school. So if it happens to come out that you need to go to summer school, we'll be able to get your name over to Baltimore City. This is about your credit recovery pay. You will be paid for attending summer school based on the number of credits that you are required to take. So if you only have one credit that you need to make up, that's 3 hours per day. If you have 2 credits that you need to make up, that's 6 hours per day. We do want to let you know that 3 credits is the max amount of hours we can give, which is 25 hours per week. You can only be assigned to one work site during the summer. So once you complete your summer school assignment, that's it. You will not be assigned another work assignment. You will not be assigned to another work assignment once you complete your summer school. So I just wanted to reiterate that. Here are a few common application mistakes. We often have youth that start an application but don't complete and submit by our deadline. And again, our deadline is March 22nd. We have youth that don't submit all the required documents by the deadline. So it's very important that you check your email for any incomplete emails that are sent out with a checklist of your missing documents. You'll also sometimes receive a text message as well if you choose to opt into our text messages. Sometimes there are missing signatures on the required forms. So just be mindful that if it requires a parent signature, that you are responding and signing appropriately in the spots. And then the last one is a required form was filled out incorrectly or dated wrong. So it is important that you make sure that you put the correct year on there, as well as that you're signing in the correct spots. Here are a few reminders. When completing the application, only check boxes for the parts of the city you can travel to. If you would like to receive a free Charm Pass to use during the summer, please ensure to check yes to the Charm Pass question on your application. It is very important that you sign in at your assigned work site every day. That is the way that we keep track and know how to pay you. If you are a virtual site, you your the first unless previously approved by your YouthWorks or assigned worksite supervisor. If you are absent without prior approval, you will be removed from your worksite. It's very important that you monitor your emails. All communications from YouthWorks will go to the email that you use to complete your application. A few more reminders. It's always important to open up any mail addressed to you as a reminder. Again, if you get the U.S. Bank debit card, that will come to you in a blank white envelope. Make sure that you open that up. We also may send out your placement letter or if there's any changements to your placement. So it's very important that you open up all mail addressed to you. If you would like to be placed at a specific worksite, you can give the worksite a copy of your registration receipt that you receive once your application has been approved, and they can go into the system and request you. And it's very important that you follow all rules and policies in place at your assigned worksite. Failure to follow the rules and policies will lead to termination. If your hours are incorrect, please contact your worksite supervisor so they can make the necessary corrections. Ensure that you are at the worksite that YouthWorks assigns you to. If for whatever reason you go to a different worksite, you will not be paid for any time that is worked at a worksite that YouthWorks did not assign you to. Here's a few of our frequently asked questions. Can I use my pay card from last year? No. Each year you participate in YouthWorks, you will receive a new debit pay card. Will work sites be virtual or in person? Work assignments can be either virtual or in person. Please note that there is a limited number of virtual positions available. How do I select a work site? Once you have submitted your application and you receive a verification receipt, if you would like to be placed at a specific work site, it's important that you give them your verification receipt. Please keep in mind that this does not guarantee you a job. I submitted an application, but I got an email that it was incomplete. What do I do? Please upload the requested attachment or form to your application and resubmit. I completed my application and submitted my documents. Why are you asking me for more documents? It could be that we are unable to read the attachments are invalid, or the forms are blank and or missing signatures. I forgot my password. How do I reset my password? You can always request to have your password reset by emailing us at ywhelpdesk@baltimorecity.gov. Here is a list of ways to get in contact with us. Again, if you want to reach our help desk, the email is ywhelpdesk@baltimorecity.gov. If you need to go to our website to complete your application, add attachments, or more, you can visit us at youthworks.oedworks.com. If you have general questions about the YouthWorks process itself, your application, you can always email us at summerjobs@baltimorecity.gov or give us a call Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 410-545-1820. And if you have any questions about private sector, you can give them a call. You can email them at ywprivate@baltimorecity.gov. Do we have any questions? No questions? All right, so it looks like we don't have any questions. I do want to thank you all again for joining us on this Friday. We hope that you all can get your applications applications in. We do want to remind you that the deadline for our youth to submit the application is going to be March 22nd. Have a great weekend.